Hello. Could you please tell us about your project, what you're building in the ecosystem? Please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so Vara Network is the first implementation of Gate Protocol. So Gate Protocol is basically a platform to build smart contracts. It's based on substrate and use WebAssembly as technology to read the smart contracts and execute it into the blockchain. Basically, Gate Protocol is what it makes different the technology that we're building because it's substrate based. Gate Protocol is implementation on the top of substrate, but with different changes. The contract palettes, basically, it has our own implementation using three different pillars. It's the first one, actual model. The second one is WebAssembly, and the third one is persistent memory. All the three pillars basically make this protocol unique, and the protocol is possible to implement it into different kind of networks. We call it gear networks, which could be a layer one, like Vara Network, or also different kind of networks like layer two, or even a connection with the some ecosystem.
Great. And how long have you been building in the Polkadot ecosystem?
Well, Vara Network started the first line of code, just to say like this, 3 years ago. But the people that start the project, they have a lot of experience into the ecosystem. For example, Nikolai Bol, which is the actual CEO of the GEO Foundation, he has a lot of experience into the blockchain ecosystem, more of 8 years developing different kind of blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zcash. And after all these years with his experience, he started from a new project based on substrate. He was at the moment working at Parity, building this technology, substrate. And he started the project using substrate to create Gear Protocol. And after, with his team and all the ecosystem around, building what we know nowadays as Vara Network.
Got it. Yeah, quite a long traction in the ecosystem. Could you please tell us about current integrations of Vara Network?
Yes, sure. It's really interesting thing about how we advanced, started from the last 3 years, because at the beginning we were building only the testnet, and starting from this point, we integrate the different kind of projects from the Polkadot ecosystem. For example, Cost Network, which actually is a network that provides the centralized storage like IPFS or RWAKE. And also we have integrations with all other kind of technologies, like for example, subquery. When we need to get information from the blockchain, the best way and easiest or fastest way to get this information is through indexers. So subquery is one of the best indexers in the Polkadot ecosystem. And we have all other different, for example, if we want to implement the governance on chain, we have a connection with Polkassembly. Also, it's a project from the Polkadot ecosystem. And as you can see, we have been implementing this kind of integration. Actually, we have more of 12 integrations into the ecosystem, and also different kind of applications that the community has built on top of Vara Network.
Oh, great. You on Sub0, you had a side event which was called Gear and Vara Network. Could you please tell us what was the event, how it goes, what there is feedback you received, and so on?
Absolutely, yeah. We thought that it was a good idea to create this side event because we want to show the latest thing that we have implemented into the Vara Network. which actually are the Signless and payless transaction. This is something really disrupted into the blockchain ecosystem because we are talking basically to avoid the user to sign the transaction every time that the user interacts with the blockchain. And also, one of the biggest problems into the Web3 ecosystem when we bring new users is the tokens. When they interact with the blockchain, they need to pay the gas fees, normally with the token of the network. And this is the way it is, obviously. But it's a little bit of problem when the user doesn't understand where to get the token, or the user doesn't have enough time to learn where and how to get the token. So that is the magic thing behind the payless transactions, because with our technology, we provide a solution for this. So basically, we avoid the user to get tokens because the smart contract has something called voucher, which has the token that the user can need when the user interacts with the blockchain. So at the end, the user will feel like in a normal Web2 application where they don't pay anything, but on the other side, the DAF or the smart contract has now tokens to pay the gas fees. So in combination, the gas fees, the payless transaction and the gasless transaction is what we show on our side event. And we work with different community at Sub0 just to show how this technology works.
Yeah, all right. Good. That's a great steps towards adoption. So it's,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what the community wants to blockchain look like. All right. And what about your current state of business and what's the roadmap for 2024?
Well, we are working different kind of things. For example, talking about technology, the first thing that we're focused is to implement a more efficient things to help the developers to grow. Actually, we have more of the smart contract templates for them to create something and avoid to create it from scratch. And we're working to have more of these kind of implementations, but also something that it's important for us to bring to the ecosystem is the capability to have more programming languages compatible with our technology. Because let me explain, one of the cooler things that we have talking about the adoption, I explained one of our 3 pillars, it is WebAssembly. And WebAssembly right now, as we speak, it is compatible with almost 23 programming languages. As we speak, we have an API on Rust and also assembly script, but we are working to bring more programming languages, and that basically enables to different kind of developers to grow with us in the blockchain ecosystem, avoid basically to learn a new programming language. So that's basically our focus talking about the technology. And also the protocol, like I said, is possible to implement in different kind of blockchains. So we are working on something very particular thing. I cannot say a lot about this, but we are working on a highly load computing solution for the ecosystem. And sooner we will explain this in our official channels, mainly Twitter and Discord. So stay tuned. Yeah.
All right, great. And the last question for today. What is the power of Web3?
Yeah, what is the power of Web3? Well, I will start with a word that is truly powerful by itself, which is the decentralization. And if a platform that supports all the concept behind the decentralization is enabled, then the powerful is real. I mean, the centralized platform needs to be permissionless, so everybody can be part of this technology. That's really incredible. We don't need to ask for permission to a company or somebody else. We just need to enter into the ecosystem, and that's it. Also, it's something that we can see nowadays in different Web2 applications. the problem when the centralized system is vulnerated, like one server is down or one data center it doesn't work properly, then the application is down also. And Web3, like the technology provides a solution for this. So basically, it's no single point of failure. Basically, it means that while we have people working as validators and executing transactions on the ecosystem, the system will work. And that's pretty amazing because also that it depends on people and not on government. And also the third thing about the decentralization that I really like is that we are not controlled by any kind of institution or government. So the technology works because the user wants to be part of the technology. And in that way, we're talking about a really decentralized solution. And actually, Vara Network is one of those. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. What?
Thank you.